hit the control backwards on this every time. Okay. Do you have a joke for us?
Is that the new thing? I have to tell a joke every time?
Yeah, they really like the joke, and they would like for it to be one joke for every intro.
Ah, man, that's going to be a lot.
The joke was a hit.
Okay. What do vegetable zombies eat? No, what do vegetarian zombies eat?
Vegetables?
Grains.
You're so stupid.
Okay.
Grains?
Grains.
What if they're gluten-free?
Still. Oh, they don't eat grains?
I don't know.
I don't know what gluten is, I guess.
Me either.
Whatever.
What are we doing?
We are in Wanda, and we're driving to Choctaw, Oklahoma, which is where X-Power Racing Engines is, which is owned and operated by Justin Racecar McDaniel,
AKA.
McDoogle,
Yes.
AKA Roller Girl, AKA Intergalactic Moderator, AKA, I mean, he's got so many. We could go on forever with his AKAs.
I also know him as my Gemini accomplice because we are both Geminis and we both troll Gemini all over you.
Yes, you both have major Gemini issues. So, but we're going to Racecar McDougall's shop, and he has a transmission and a converter for our new small block nitrous combo
Okay, Jack.
Caddy Jack.
So why are we borrowing one?
Well, I've never ran a Power Glide.
I have only ran Power Glides.
Right. The whole
and
time
a 6-speed.
The whole time I've been racing, I've had a 3-speed the whole time. I've never ran a 2-speed anything. I mean, even from when we first started going with cars, I had a Turbo 350. RC Boggs built that one. I did 2 or 3 of those. I had Claude and out in Choctaw built me a Turbo 350 back in the day, and then RC Boggs built a couple, and then I went to Turbo 400, and then when I went turbo, like twin turbo, I just called Rossler and haven't looked back. So same thing with Wanda. Wanda has a Rossler 4L80, and it's just what I've always done. So, but on this deal, after talking to a few people and thinking about it, for the street and for the asphalt, big end type stuff, everyone feels like the 3-speed doesn't have an advantage there. And so if the 3-speed doesn't hold any advantage on the street and the no prep stuff, then with a 28-inch tire, then what's the point of carrying the extra weight of the 3-speed and the lockup? So we'll just run the 3-speed and the lockup at the racetrack stuff, and on the street big end stuff, we're gonna try a glide.
Yes.
So, and he has I've never ran a glide in anything, like I said, so he has a glide that he built, and he has a bolt together Neil Chance converter, a lot like the stuff that we have, but supposedly it's prime for small block nitrous. So he said before we go and spend a bunch of money on a nice glide from somewhere, we could put his in your car, and if we like it, we could go to a glide. If I don't like it, then we'll probably go to a 2-speed 400, or we'll just put the 3-speed in it and leave in second and carry the extra weight. But I don't know. He seems to think that this Power Glide thing will be plenty strong enough, and it'll run good, and it'll be lightweight. Me personally, I feel like Power Glides are for stock cars or bracket cars with 500 horsepower. Power Glides are not.
Whoa. Slow
What?
your horses.
What?
You gave my dad a Rossler Power Glide for his bracket race car, which has like almost 1,000 horsepower naturally aspirated.
Yes, I did.
Yes.
I didn't give it to him. I traded him a glide for you. That's how that went.
The dowry.
But why did he need a glide? Why did he need, I bought him a Rossler glide, but why did he need a glide? because all of his power glides were junk.
Well, yeah, but now he has a Rossler.
Right, but he kept having trouble with them because they're power glides.
Yeah.
Like I said, though.
But you said 500 horsepower.
Well, yeah, if he had 500 horsepower, he wouldn't need a Rossler power glide. If he had 500 horsepower, a regular glide would work. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, I don't think putting a power glide in something with, as much horsepower as what you're going to put down, 600, 650. I don't see putting a power glide in that thing and it living, but I don't know. Mcdoogles said that he had one in his small block nitrous car, and specifically this exact one, and it was fine, so we'll see. And from what I can tell, Mcdoogles is the best YouTube power glide builder I've ever met. Or at least that's what he told me.
I believe it.
So, we'll see. So we're going to put it in your car, and if we like it, then maybe we'll buy a glide. I can't imagine putting a power glide in anything that we own, but hey, whatever. I guess I got to get the tools to adjust the band. I mean, we're going so far back in time with this carbureted nitrous deal. I mean, we're going to have a power glide in the damn thing, so we're going to have to figure out how to adjust the band every 2-3 passes or whatever those things are. I don't know, but we're going to go check in on Mcdoogles and borrow a small block nitrous racing transmission and converter, which he says is real nice.
And the good thing about Mcdoogles is if I fuck it up, he won't be mad at me,
No, Mcdoogles will probably be mad if you don't fuck it up.
Yeah, if I gave it back to him in the same condition, he would just say we didn't try hard enough,
Yes, the thing about Mcdoogles is that he is a race car and he understands racing, and he knows that if we fuck it up, we'll fix it, but we'll see. And he's gonna go, he's excited about your car and your combination. He's a big small block nitrous guy, so we'll check in on him. Plus, a lot of people haven't got to, see any updates on him. He hasn't been on the show in a long time,
but he will be.
He will be,
yes.
But a lot of people haven't got to check in on him, see what he's doing. He actually started his own engine shop when he left Midwest, and he's doing really good from what we hear. So let's go see what he's got to say. Here we are. X-Power racing engines. What are we here to get?
A transmission and a torque converter. I was gonna say a carburetor, but no. I already got a lot of those now.
Wow, that's America in here. We got trophies everywhere. Look at that. Street racing Novas.
It's freaking cold in here. I'm not used to cold.
Good
temps.
Lord. Everybody's got a Proline Hemi nowadays, huh?
Those are just dime a dozen, man.
They're just giving those things away nowadays, huh?
Maybe I'll do on this side of the I-35 and let y'all nice folk over here.
Man, look at that thing. Wow, somebody cut your intake in half, boss.
Oh, they come like that nowadays, man. You
Really?
can't be creative anymore. Oh, yeah. Remember back in the early days when you had to figure stuff like that out? How do you buy it like that?
Wow, holy crap.
Man,
How have you been?
Over here hiding from the public. Keep my door locked. Usually just hide from the phone ringing and stuff.
Look at that.
That is money well spent. All $40.
Look at that.
All that paint and stuff we've done to
I like your EFI unit.
So that's the newest stuff they got right now, really. I mean, most people are switching to these.
Most people are switching to that.
I predict in the next 6-8 months there's going to be a wave of carburetors being sold. I own most of them though, so I've been hoarding them up for the last couple years. People throwing them out, I'm picking them up like little lost puppies.
So you think that's the future, huh? Technology is moving forward, huh?
Man, you know, EFI just ain't the deal anymore. Sometimes you need to drive by the seat of your pants and guess a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Run it till the ringlands ain't there no more, and you know that was too much, and then you know where you was and where you need to be.
I mean, you've been there.
no, I have.
The rings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have.
That's currently where you're at, sir.
But,
And you have the effect.
oh no, I just wore my rings out.
No, you drilled a hole in your cylinder wall, sir.
I did do that one time.
But
Yes.
I don't think we've told the...
Yeah, I did do that one time.
It's flawless now. I don't know. Nothing
McDoogles
better.
helped me fix that one. All right, so
Your bullhorns.
Yeah, those. You know what those were on at one point? Oh, Bobby fire pipes.
oh really?
Those are actually his headers.
Bobby can fire pipe for sure.
Yeah, I changed my whole Mustang to fit F-body headers. I didn't build headers for it.
Well, we figured if we're doing carbureted nitrous small block stuff, that's kind of your jam, ain't
Man, that is where I'm at in life.
it?
I've never been real bright, and I've just stayed consistent. Just be retarded all the time, and then eventually they'll catch up to you. So now
Hey.
look at us. There's nitrous classes being
I'd
discussed.
heard there's a new nitrous class at our home track.
And they said nitrous classes, and I was like, whew. Turns out,
Yeah, right.
this is what I'm about.
Look, I mean, sitting right there, it is.
The one thing that's consistent with nitrous cars is they're usually not very pretty.
It's weird. Why is that?
Well, not real bright, as the owners aren't. And so we're really worried about keeping ringlands and things in the motor rather than putting paint on the car.
I mean, when I had a nitrous car, it was ugly.
No, that's a thing.
I think that you just spend so much time keeping the motor together.
The only time I see nitrous cars that are good looking, they're not very fast.
That's right. Or pro nitrous cars are good looking though.
I mean, look at this thing. I can't even see out the windshield.
No, I was gonna say, like, do you actually race it with the windshield like that?
I don't even have a car wash.
It reminds me of my cousin Vinny when they're trying to look through the window.
Yeah,
Look at that. Yeah, that's
well,
nice.
this thing's ready to go to the racetrack right now. And scoot those shocks and what have you over there.
It's right in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So, what motor's in this one?
So unfortunately, it's got a big block currently, but that won't be in there for very long. We'll get the small block back in. It's sitting right there.
Oh yeah, you got small block knocks right over there, huh?
Man, that deal's the deal. Look how just obviously technology is all about it. You're just talking about that split intake, and I mean that's a thing. You gotta have those. That's popular with nitrous.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
look at that. That deal's split in it.
And
Wow.
then sometimes
I like how you.
you just need more room, and that's fine.
Split.
We can make it split.
You have a billet.
Let me put a tune in it. It'll split. So that's why this one's not in the car, because I had put the tune in this one.
Oh really?
We dropped a valve. Sean actually let us use his little dyno for a second, and this thing was at 660 on the motor at the tires.
Nice. That's
and it dropped the valve. I hadn't got the
Oh,
nitrous yet.
and it dropped the valve.
Yeah, we were at
Oh, damn.
8200 and it lost the valve. It lost the lock.
Yikes.
But it was at 660 the tires when it let go. So we were heading the right direction.
Kind of what we're hoping hers makes. I think that's
We'll stay right at 650 so we don't drop the valve.
Yeah, 650. Anything more than 650 might be where the valve drops.
That's where I would hang out. I mean,
651 and up is valve dropping range.
We like to be at the forefront of technology. That's kind of where we like to be. And from what we can tell,
have you ever seen a Bluetooth distributor?
a what?
A Bluetooth distributor?
No.
This is technology, sir. So in a small block Chevy, obviously distributors in the back. There's no wires.
It's fucking Bluetooth.
Fucking
Look.
math that.
It's
It
fucking
Bluetooths to
Bluetooth.
this distributor, so you got this distributor talking to this distributor, and then the fucking
Wow.
spark just lands. Math
With all
that.
these connections.
So where's your coil packs and all that?
Man, we don't do those.
No.
He tried to order me some coil packs and
So-
I was like, no.
I actually have numbers on my wires, so I know where they go.
See?
And then there's these zip ties. They hold them real tight.
The separators, we call those.
Yeah, these were real nice.
I still run those on my turbo car.
Man.
You can take the Take the kid out of the ghetto, but you can't take the ghetto out of the kid, I guess.
Well, this is a fucking nice piece. Don't act like this is some run-of-the-mill shit here.
This is not the middle of the mall around here.
This ain't no middle of the mall small block Chevrolet.
No, I mean, I've got every bit of $8,500 in it. I mean, it's the real deal.
Now, what will that motor run in your car?
So it's been bottom 70s.
How much did your car weigh?
It was 27.25 when we went 70s. I'm not gonna say that's what it weighs all the time. It could be different
Well, just
than
a
that.
roundabout, yeah.
What's your car weigh?
I don't know. We're
So-
not weighing it until that transmission is.
I just wouldn't
steps in
even
there.
weigh it.
Yeah.
It's
Just
better.
don't weigh it.
Man,
Just
when you
if you
start
don't know.
adding math, small blocks, and nitrous, it just fucking makes you
Yeah,
upset.
no, math doesn't. I've noticed that. Small blocks, nitrous, math doesn't
All
work.
you need to worry about is how fast you can get to the 60-foot cone. If you can do that, like with something that starts with a 1 and a 0, then you're fucking. Everything else will handle itself.
I agree. Holy shit, that thing goes 1060 foot?
No, everything else will fix itself.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to make very much power. If you go 1.0
If you go
anything, this
1.0,
deal's going fast.
Yep, I agree.
That's why this thing goes 70s. It makes literally like 12 horsepower, and so you go 107, which is faster than like Dave does with a Hemi.
Oh. We'll bleep that out, right?
No.
And this deal with all factory Ford rear suspension and an 8.8 will go 109 at Thunder Valley on a Friday night.
That's
a lot for
crazy.
Thunder Valley,
Yeah, Thunder Valley on a Friday. Yeah.
Especially a Friday when everyone's there ripping that track up.
Yeah. Is that like with you going and begging Hillbilly to spray it or no?
They don't listen to me.
Oh yeah, they don't.
They don't even let
Hillbilly.
me park on the concrete.
Yeah, Hillbilly. Same with me. Hillbilly don't listen to a fucking thing I say. But as soon as Jackie shows up, hey,
Oh, let me
Right,
spray.
and pull
Stop,
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
spray.
I could pull up
He's
in the
like, "There's a
staging
little bit of
lanes.
water."
I could pull up in the staging lanes and get ready to make a pass, and Hillbilly walk off and go to the concession stand. But when Jackie pulls into the staging lanes, he'll shut the whole thing down, drag it, spray it.
See, I noticed one thing that's consistent when I pull up is they usually get on the tractor, but it's to go clean up the fucking mess.
Like
'Cause
after you.
They start putting their hot mitts
Yeah,
on.
they don't
and
put
start-
new glue down because they know that they're for sure having to scrape this
They,
up bitch to put
they
methanol
start
down.
bringing out the wheelbarrow of high dry.
One of two things usually happens when I'm racing my car, and either there's rods falling out or we have hit the wall. One of the two.
We have hit the wall. It's
See,
already
I
over.
carry spare front clips and stuff,
Yeah,
like
spare front clips is where it's at. I don't have one of those
I mean,
yet.
look at all of his.
There's a lot of stuff here, but this is also an engine shop.
Yeah, true.
So he
man,
left
Don't have
Midwest.
those
So he worked at Henson's for a little while. Then he worked at Midwest. Then he just went race carring for a little while with just about anybody he could race car with.
I really just went MIA, kind of was like, I'm not cut out for jobs. That's
Not cut out for jobs.
I mean, it looks like you made the best choice. You got stuff everywhere.
So my quality of life has improved, and I don't have a
There you
job.
go.
So however that worked out is what I wanted.
When you can not have a job and improve your quality of life.
Oh yeah, like they talked to banking to give me an $80,000 truck. I mean, shit is getting wild in my life.
He said, "Tuck the bank in you."
Oh, it was great. It was like, yeah, no problem. I was like,
Did you make
sure.
Chris a co-sign on that? You're
Oh
like,
yeah,
come on.
for sure.
Everybody
I
started
ain't,
signing
man,
this
she got
paper.
white girl credit for sure. When they ran my name, they were like, "Sir, you can't even buy a Kia."
They're like, give him that Toyota outside.
Man, when I used to have a job, hell, my truck didn't cost as much as that lawnmower does.
Yeah, that's a nice
But now
nice
that I
rig
got a
there.
job, look at the kind of shit I get to drag around.
That's a nice rig there.
Got a lot of
Look
nice
at that.
stuff in here.
So this is your engine shop, right? This is all
Yeah,
you.
It's growing. It's
This is all you. What?
Just some bolts fall out.
till the rock bolts fall out, yeah.
What is that? Oh,
Till
this
the
is
bolts fall out.
till bolts fall out. That's how many.
it's
Nice.
When we get to
Nice.
40, we need to put new rock bolts in it or something. I'm sure they fail out.
Remember that.
Okay, I'll remember that. You know me, I don't check my rods for 400 or 500 passes till somebody tells me I have to.
This one's sold.
Holy
So
moly.
this is my, obviously my dream child. I mean, it may not look all that impressive, but for a kid that grew up in a
Hey.
40-foot long single wide, this is a big deal to me. So,
I know you. This is impressive.
I moved into this shop with a toolbox I carried in my
I was
hand.
getting ready to say, this is impressive.
So,
Just
a
knowing
brand new-
where we all came from and what where we've been and how we got there.
and the side of the
This
tracks
is
we grew up
impressive.
on,
Yes.
like this is me living my dream.
This is impressive. I mean, look, this machine. I mean, you got.
This was brand new. I actually went down and got it with the tag on it. It was a really cool deal. That one's older than me, but it worked great.
You have one on each end of the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
Oldest spec and brand new.
Well, it was like the new one of these was 80 grand, and I wanted to
What?
I wanted to buy Denali instead of a new Honda.
What?
so-
You got the new
These things
truck.
are $80,000.
This one's 27.
That was $27,000.
Yeah, this was 30.
My God, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But a new one's 80.
Jeez. No wonder that, all the guys start up their own racing engine shop, and they put their name on something, they call it racing engines, and then they just assemble them, and then the same machine shop in town does all the machine work.
Yeah.
But apparently here, you're actually doing machine work.
Well, I started being that. I started having.
Dang, look at this place. Whoa.
This is like when we was at Elite.
So,
Whoa, look at that. You ain't joking around.
Yeah, every customer's got his own little nook here, like that's one whole engine, this is another one, this is another one.
He's got 20 of them sitting
Don't show this
Wow.
Coyote. We don't want the public to know that we work on shit like this.
Oh, that's a Ford motor?
Ugh.
Stay away from it, Jackie. You don't
Yeah.
want to catch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't get over there. And he probably didn't get a condom on.
I already got this.
Man, look at this. This place is killer, man.
Yeah,
Place
this,
is nice.
this is what I do all day. I hop back here and
I like it.
I just lock the door and don't answer the phone, man. It's great.
Man, dude, the amount of parody in here is unmatched. I mean, I see LS stuff, Coyote stuff.
Don't say that.
Well, right, sorry, Ford stuff. I see more LS stuff, obviously, and then we saw some small block Chevrolet stuff, old school. What the hell is that?
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing.
What is that? Is that for a racer?
Yeah, that's a lawnmower engine.
What is that? For
Taxi
real?
cab motor.
Is it Duramax?
That's a 6.0 power stroke.
Is it?
No, it's a taxi cab motor, 2
What?
valve.
That's a modular motor? I've never seen one out of the car. Holy crap.
They usually don't come out of the car because nobody fucking uses them. Nobody's crushing. They just leave the Crown Vic with the fucking motor and run it through the crusher. How this one made it out, I don't fucking know. But
I remember when we were doing work on customers' cars, I did a bunch of work to one. We put a Pro Charger on it and nitrous and all kind of stuff, and it made like 360. I was
Killing
like,
it.
what the fuck?
this deal's bad, boy. They was calling all his buddies, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was like, man.
We ain't even ate a rod bearing. This bitch is almost
And
400.
then you got what's behind you here, big block or small
So
block?
y'all remember this kid? Oh, the old Rusty Love, Joey Cook.
This is Joey Cook's motor?
Oh well, he has to have a few to keep him running.
I was getting ready to say he's wild.
He don't get to have one. He needs like 4. Because have you seen his process? Banging it, kit 1, kit 7.
Yeah, it takes him 20 minutes to
I'm
just
having
get the
Monza.
staging part of it,
How mad was Monza that night?
brother. You got
I feel like I should have
seen
told
this yet. No one's seen this yet, but when it airs on television, we went out of town racing in the 405 show, and we took some extra folks with us because, they had rules like they wanted us to bring some small tire cars, so we brought some small tire cars. And our go-to small tire guys right now are Mcdoogles and Joey Cook.
Yeah, Joey Cook wildin'. I love
Man,
him.
they whipped up on some big. I'll just say that we can't say much about it, but those small tire cars whipped up on some big tire cars on asphalt.
For sure.
And
There's
that's-
definitely a point where you just run out of, ET, I guess. But, for the situation we were put in, I felt like that we was doing what we needed to do.
Man, you did it. I was so, because when it comes to that stuff, like on the show, of course, the moment they said we had to bring small tire cars, right? All the small tire guys in Oklahoma City lost their shit.
Yeah.
Because, and it's good. Everybody, they all street race, so they all felt like they should be the ones to go. They knew the spots were limited, so, and it was instantly, Chief, you should take this guy, or you should take this guy, or you should take that guy. And, I said, well, you know what I do? I call Mcdoogles, right? And
Yeah.
so whoever he brings, he brings. Well, then, of course, when I didn't pick all the rest of those guys, it was,
I
If
seen the
you
look on
would've-
your face when I rolled in with a couple of fucking hillbillies with,
I was just, man, I was like, please make me look good on this deal. Please don't make me look stupid. 'Cause if you'd have went out there and flopped,
I seen the look on your face. You're like, man, you better come through on this motherfucker because there's some mad hombres at
they
me
were
right
mad, bro. Those guys, and and I get why they were mad. I even told them, I was like, hey, man, look, I get it, y'all street race, and I get it, y'all win, but where we're going, the road that we're going on, and the caliber of cars that's going to be there, this ain't no 6.0 small tire race. This ain't no big end deal. This is like, you got to be able to run the number. You have to be able to be street savvy, and you have to be able to be,
Man, and I'm
shitty.
always gonna bat for the guy that is going to lay under his truck in a hotel parking lot and bell and wire and duct tape that bitch together to finish the race.
Me too, as long as they win.
Right.
You know what I mean? But there's a point where those guys aren't, I respect them, you know what I mean? And I respect the guys that can bail and wire their shit together. And I respect the guys that hit every street race in the world. And, there's a bunch of guys that were in Oklahoma that were raised, Cody Hoffman and those guys. Like, I respect those guys. Cody, I've been racing with Cody since he was 16.
Hey, man, they ain't got no carburetors or
But-
nitro. Fuck those guys, man.
But at the time, it was just like, man, if we were going to some bare junk road, then I think that they could have been competitive, But at the time, I don't think any of them could put a 4 down on the street. And that's what we need, you know what I mean? We need to be able to run 4s in the street. And
Man,
so,
this little truck was doing work.
dude, y'all made me look good. Because
Sure.
everybody said I was an idiot for bringing you guys. And then when we got there and you guys clocked in and did work.
Man,
like,
to be fair, they usually say that about you, too.
that's true.
So, like, we was together on that. They're like, man, who let those guys in? But you was one of those guys they were pointing at.
Yeah.
The only difference was you parked in the front.
Yes, no, I did get to park up front. I had to drive right
I had to
by all
park
you
in the
guys
back.
too. Hey, and when we went by and I saw that truck that y'all brought that fucking truck, and dude, that's nothing against.
Hey, man, he's burned so many ringlands that's got black streaks up the truck and he's drawing flames in his fucking ringland smoke.
That's the
That's a
ugliest
trooper.
Truck. When I saw that truck and all the shit y'all brought with you, I was like, oh man, it's a good thing they made them park way back here. If they lose, we'll just cut them right out of the show.
Oh.
But man, y'all made me look good. You really did. And then, you look at all the small tire guys that they brought and the small tire guys that were there. All they did was bitch about having to race big tire guys, and then y'all went up there and fucking mopped the floor with big tire guys. That was.
And then we couldn't catch a single race after that.
No.
Not one.
Well, because remember in the drivers' meeting, it was all. Now, we can't talk so much about this, but
I can
When
cut
this-
some out if I need to, though.
when this episode airs, we'll have another talk.
Oh,
but,
for sure.
But yeah, the one thing I want everybody to realize when that show airs in the drivers' meeting, take note of all the small tire guys that were talking shit about racing our small tire guys, because our small tire guys wanted to race big tire guys, their small tire guys only wanted to race our small tire guys. And then after the draw, you said, "Don't get me wrong. After I draw out of that bag, when I lose, I'm gonna race each and every one of you small tire guys here for whatever y'all want to race for
All weekend. All next week. All
We'll
next
be here
month.
till we get it all done." And then as soon as it was over, not narrow
Just
one of them would race you.
crickets. There was taillights pulling out the cornfields. heading out of, man,
And
I
I
get
was-
why they was leaving Joliet. That place is fucking rough. But,
Aww.
they was getting the fuck out of there.
That's where she's from.
Did you look
Oh, I
at
know.
me at
She
the
had a
race?
knife on her fucking ankle. I know where she's from.
He came up to me. He's like, "This is where you're from."
He was like, "No
Oh,
wonder
man.
you're so hood. This place is hood."
Man,
That
we
place
got
is rough.
like looking for some ice, and I was like, "Oh man, fuck it, we don't need no ice."
You get the wrong kind of ice.
No, yeah. Man, we got ice in the sandwich baggie. I was like, I need a bunch of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I need like 10 bags of ice. Oh shit, we get you 10 bags of ice
Let me
right
call
now.
my guy.
Yeah, let me call my guy. Gets 10 bags of ice today.
that was a different environment.
It was fun though, man. It reminded me of back when we were doing our thing together,
For
years
sure.
ago. Because it was, it was almost like the TV cameras weren't there. It was almost like the crews weren't there. We just got to do our thing and street race out of town. It was awesome.
That was the first one. I don't get to go a lot, or I don't go a lot, but that was the first one since I've been loosely involved that I just felt like it was unfolding. Like it was just doing whatever it needed to do and progressing as it
Man.
needed to progress. Whether it was going to be a fist fight, whether it was going to be no race at all, or
They
we're going
were
to have
cool with it.
3 days worth
Yep.
of racing, whatever was going to happen,
No, it
we
was,
were controlling our own destiny.
It was
That
awesome.
cool.
That feeling makes me want to take the 405 show. Now that America's List is doing good and it can stand up on its own, that makes me want to take the next 405 show and just do as much out of town stuff as we can. Because, dude, I mean,
There was
awesome.
times in that meeting where I was like, okay, so there's not even one race going to happen.
Oh yeah, dude. There was
then it
times
was
when
like,
I was pretty sure that I was gonna get fired because I just said, okay, well fuck it, then we're not gonna race at all. We'll just go the fuck home, or we'll
Then there
race
was a
each
time
other.
where it was like, we're racing Kansas, which maybe wasn't even supposed to
Yes.
be here, or are they supposed to be here, or why are we
It
racing
got
there?
really weird. But I do remember, man, the coolest part was, and the producers, we don't always see eye to eye with producers because of, well,
You have different goals.
and because of what kind of people we are and what we think about what we do, you know what I mean? But, but man, at that point in time, I looked to our executive producer who was there on the property, and I was like, "What do you want me to do?" And he's like, "Do your thing." And it was, dude, that was awesome. That was you know, I'm really proud of that part of the season. I'm really proud of that episode, and I think that the next season we'll get to do.
Man, if it keeps heading that direction, it'll be cooler.
We're gonna get to do so much cool stuff. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be.
Sometimes when things are, you know, dictated or told how they're gonna pay, like what we're gonna do and who we're gonna do it with, the passion's not there. You know, that argument isn't there because you ain't got something on the line because we know what's fixing to happen.
Yes, but sometimes we need that. Sometimes we need somebody to tell us what to do because sometimes we'll fuck it up on our own. But I'm really happy with the way that all went down.
It's more fun when it's like real street racing and they're just filming it.
Then that's what that was. That night was all real street racing.
In a span of an hour, I had several emotions. Like, are we gonna fight these old boys? Like, is Kansas gonna fight us with them? Like, or is Kansas with them fighting us?
What side is Kansas
How many of those
on?
dudes got guns? Like, I know some of them got knives. I can see them.
It was a good time, man.
Oh, yeah. And then it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna race.
I was so happy when you guys did as good as you did because it was just, you know.
The only thing that broke my heart, and I know you probably have to cut this part out. But
I can
the only
cut
thing
it
that
out,
broke my heart is the fucking Grim Reaper car. Wow, man, I like seeing that thing. He wild. I don't care if he wins or loses. I just like seeing it. He just loaded up. I was like, man.
Oh, the Studebaker, yeah.
Yeah, that deal's cool as hell.
Yeah, I wanted to see that one go. But
But
the cool thing about it is that left that open for another episode. You know what I mean? So he's still there. He's still supposedly undefeated badass on the street. So in the future,
yeah,
we'll
I saw his test pass the next day. He got clapped out by a couple small tire cars. I can see why he loaded up. I watched his test passes. He wasn't trying to draw a small tire car.
He wasn't trying to get fucking.
Man, that's the thing is like when you're standing there as a small tire guy, you know, of course, man, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm here with a free pass.
Well, you
and everybody's standing there like, man, I ain't trying to get McDougall. But no, man.
You're like, I'll race any small tire, but not McDoogles.
McDoughl get.
Yeah,
Trade me.
Everybody said I'm racing.
Because man, look, like they got everything to lose. Like if you're Ryan Martin, like man, I'm for sure. The only thing left to do if he's in front of me is.
Yeah, if you got a pro charge Timmy and you're getting beat by a small tire car, only thing left to do is crash the car, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be it. I mean, just. Oh yeah, he beat me because I crashed.
So where's this?
So
are those carbon bottles?
Oh yeah, that's nitrous stuff. If you're into that.
I do want some of those, you know.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, we gotta get a couple of them. Damn.
Turns out.
Look at that.
Oh, they're light, boy. With 12 pounds of nitrous, they're only 20 pounds or 8 pounds empty.
Nice.
Fucking nice.
Fucking nice.
Technology.
Man, nitrous guys are stepping
Remember
up.
I put carbon door panels on. I put fucking carbon bottles in.
Where's this nitrous racing transmission at?
So it's in this car.
And how often do you... Oh, it's in the car?
Yeah, we're gonna rip it out real quick.
Okay.
It's a nitrous car. Things come apart real quick.
How often do you have to adjust the band or whatever?
What's up, man?
I don't know. Good.
No, you
Good.
don't adjust nothing.
Good.
You floor it.
I just remember back in the...
He said you floor it.
Back in the...
So this thing's got a lifetime warranty.
Hey, so there you go.
Yeah, so I'm the builder. So I just keep building it for free.
I've heard the best YouTube builder of power glides there is.
Man, it really stems out of my budget. Like, it's not that I don't want somebody real competent to do it. I just can't. So, like, it is what it is, you know?
So do you have a transmission dyno? When you get it done, you put it on the dyno and check it out and everything?
Yeah, it's in that car. I put it right behind this motor and I fucking put it on the chip.
That's what I figured.
Okay, I guess.
Wait, is the transmission in this car?
Yeah, we're fixing pulling this lift and make it
Oh,
run.
well, we don't have to do all that.
I need to pull that anyways. Sounds like a John Deere tractor, huh? Daniel said he fucking hooked that wishbone back up, but I assure you from where I was standing,
It didn't look like it had.
was not hooked back up.
No. From where I was standing, it didn't look like it had.
You know what he was doing. He was like, I got that all hooked back up. And I was like, oh God, this fucking rear end is moving.
Yeah, that whole back of that thing. What the hell?
Ooh, yeah, nitrous shit.
You don't even have windows. You put carbon fucking piece of
Windows!
carbon fiber.
Those are
windows.
nitrous windows.
Man, nitrous guys are fucking wild, bro.
These are nitrous windows.
Those are nitrous windows. I was like, who the fuck puts carbon tint on a goddamn window? You can't even see out
Carbon
of it.
tint.
I didn't know. Shit.
You got a nitrous carrying window, man. Nitrous changed a lot. It's not just the motor anymore. The motor doesn't matter anymore much.
Man. What are your foot? I'm guessing you've done that a time or two, though. Fucking carbon fiber windows. Dude, how much lighter could that be in the light fan? I don't get it.
So these are close to half a pound each, and the stock window is 11.
Yeah, but I mean, light fan ain't that heavy, is it?
They sell carbon fucking ones, man. Look.
Fucking nice.
Fucking not. Who fucking puts carbon windows in, man? I'm looking at those back ones. I can't even see. They're solid.
In my car, I sit back there, so I'd have to.
No.
Okay.
Fucking boys. Things like those carbon windows, why this thing ain't got a paint job on it. For what those deals cost, I probably could have painted this raggedy bitch. But we was looking at saving 21 pounds.
Oh man, that's
Look,
wild.
man, being a 270 pound guy and racing at 2400 some change is fucking a tall order.
I got me a lightweight driver.
I remember when he was racing the Pro Mod and you were like,
Oh.
did I say 4 ice cubes, make it 3?
Yeah. Holy fuck! What is wrong with the oil pan?
What old man?
He said what oil pan?
rod before.
Holy shit!
Brother,
Holy
there was a time where
shit.
all the rods weren't intact.
You look at that fucking that oil pan. Looks like it went through Nom.
Yeah, it's a nitrous
No.
motor.
That's a nitrous shit, huh?
No, that's brand fucking
Did you
new. I just get pans and knock dents in them so people can't tell.
He just welded it up.
I did.
Like
A
right
few
over the
times.
ears.
A few times.
Look,
Use
that
your
pan
flashlight.
is a solid
Goddamn.
$1,200 fucking dollars. So whenever you knock holes in it with your rods, you just weld it up.
Wow. What?
With your flashlight.
Yeah. That's fucking cool, man.
Another key component of nitrous cars is 2-piece pans, because you're gonna need to get in.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're gonna need to get in there, huh?
This is an important area to be in.
We're gonna we're gonna have
You
to
will
get us
frequently be there.
we're gonna have to get us a 2-piece fan. Never raced with paraglide ever.
Really?
Never.
You'll love it.
Never even had one.
It's so fast off the brake.
The only time I ever had one, I bought one from Shane because Jackie's dad was having trouble with one. Yeah, sorry.
I mean, generally speaking, the parts in this glide would be probably considered 2,500 horse piece. So,
Shit, we should be fine with 650 now.
yeah, I mean, if you got small block nitrous, I don't give a fuck what you got. You ain't hurting this place. But I'm not a real bright person, and I haven't tore it up. So there's that for whatever that's worth. And if you tear it up, then it was probably in better hands than being in my car. So it is what it is. Because whatever y'all come up with is for sure gonna be nicer than what I was gonna do.
Well, we're gonna run it a few times, and if we like the Glidale, then we'll just go buy one. All right,
Well, y'all have fun.
we will. We're gonna go do small lot nitrous stuff.
I've got 2 other gear set options in comparable trannies if you don't like the 158. I got 164 and a 180.
You say the 158 is what you need. That's probably what you need, honestly.
I mean, that small block's probably going to want the RPM, so the 158 should give you gear ratio in the back.
We appreciate it, my brother.
Good seeing y'all.
Thanks,
I'll holler at you
Mcdoogles.
soon. Thanks, man.
No problem.
No, wrong way. No. I feel like I'm trying to steer freaking Crash Bandicoot over here.
Oh.
many rusty cars.
All Mopars too.
Oh.
On this episode of Fast and Loud.
On this
Oh,
episode of
man.
What's Fucked Up. This shit here is fucked up.